And we are back coming in here for our grand finals. It is once again going to be a TvZ between KeeN and MeomaikA, a matchup that I don't think we've actually had in any of our tournaments.
Yeah, it's been, they've been avoiding each other in Sparkling Tuna Cup until now, and I am so excited to see how this goes. Of course, KeeN comes into this tournament as the clear favorite, the highest tiered Korean player to sign up and check in here this week. But MeomaikA, you know, he's unpredictable, he's crazy, he does everything you least expect him to do, and I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this grand finals.
Indeed, we shall. And, oh boy. We are, of course, going to be kicking off our grand finals here. Whoa. Wait. Okay, yes. I thought I messed something up a little bit. But yes, we are going to be kicking... We are going to be kicking off our grand finals. I'll get into it after the intro. Kicking off our grand finals on... It's not because I'm thinking of the intro. On Data Under the Sea. We're in the top right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner. We have our red Terran player coming out from the land of Korea. He, of course, is going to be representing the Kwangdong Freaks, formerly known as the Africa Freaks, also known simply as the Freaks. He is KeeN.
And spawning in the top bottom left-hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player himself going for a pool first opener and representing the Juggernauts. It is MeomaikA.
So what messed me up here, lad, is that I thought the workers were mining too quickly for a sec.
Yak, you need to lie down after this cast, okay? You need to... You're out here, you're making donkey noises, you're thinking the workers are faster than they really are.
Yeah, zooming. I was like, wait, did somebody change the game speed?
Meanwhile, we do see why we had a pool first opener. Lings are coming out across the map here, again, to try and delay the scout, try and force KeeN to keep his Reaper at home. Meanwhile, the real aggression is coming in the form of a Roach Warren.
Yeah, this is something that I definitely expect a lot more from a pool first. I think earlier today we saw Control, was it?
Yep.
Go for a... Yeah, he went for a... I think just a pool first against Akeron, and he went for a kind of a macro-oriented style that didn't really work out for him. MeomaikA going much more aggressive with roaches as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and MeomaikA got a little bit lucky here because you know what? There was no SCV scout, so KeeN had to rely on that Reaper instead. The Lings they already get across the map. Are they going to kill on one of these SCVs? They are delaying the CC by quite a bit. Oh my god, we'll see how much damage they can get done.
Yeah, not much more than just a delay, unfortunately, from MeomaikA. Marines were in position. Really good job of body blocking the Marines as well, using the SCVs.
Yeah, but again, that doesn't really matter because the roaches are coming across the map. It looks like they have encountered that Reaper, so KeeN is fully aware of what's coming his way. Bunkers are being thrown down left and right. Two bunkers actually on the low ground.
Maybe this is better. I mean, every time I look at a bunker on the low ground, it raises a bit of an alarm bell in my head. But with that supply block and with two bunkers, actually, maybe this is going to be fine for KeeN.
Well, I mean, because of the supply block, MeomaikA actually can't morph in any Ravagers right now. So he's forced to just stick around with roaches. He will force this bunker at least not to be finished. He's rotating around. He's trying to force some lost mining time here. He won't get any worker kills. KeeN does pull away immediately, but there is no mining now at the natural.
And from here, MeomaikA actually isn't that committed to Roach Push. He's droning up heavily after this.
Oh, exactly. The roaches are being cleaned up. I don't know if you saw there, but earlier an SCV was being made, and KeeN cancelled it to make sure that it wasn't killed by those roaches. It was actually really cool to see. KeeN has defended beautifully, and Meo is joining up behind this.
Once again, you just can't knock KeeN down. He is a wall.
He is a wall made, and sure, there were some delays, and sure, there was lost mining time, but KeeN is looking pretty solid from here. He is investing into a second Cyclone, a third Cyclone actually on the way. Oh my god.
That's, yeah, a very strong anti-roach army coming out, and KeeN, something about him tonight, man. He is aggressive.
Oh my god.
He is not building up anything. He is not waiting for stim or any sort of upgrade. He is going across the map with everything he's got.
Oh my god, the Reaper even sinking into the main base and forcing 2 spores out. This Overlord does force another supply block. MeomaikA can't produce anything right now, and I'm afraid to look, but MeomaikA has 3 roaches to defend. That is all he has.
He's got a queen.
He does have queens. He does have 2 queens. You're not wrong. But this third base is going to be cancelled. Hopefully, we have to cancel.
Almost didn't make the cancel, but was canceled in time. And honestly, I don't see any way of MeomaikA holding this tide. More and more units are making their way across the map. Medevac finished up, and it's going to be picking up some tanks as well. Roaches have been taken out, and yeah.
A very strong
GG.
counterattack. GG does get called. KeeN defending against the roach aggression beautifully and having a really, really solid response to that as well. It was also a bit of a shame that MeomaikA did end up losing 2 overlords there, just really kind of slowing him down in every single way. Oh.
Yeah, the one time MeomaikA, well, no, I guess he's always spread his overlords. Never mind. But yeah, I mean, they were pretty crucial for the map information, but again, just the fact that KeeN was able to get those lock-ons with the Cyclones and was able to play around with the dead air as much as he did to get supply blocks on top of MeomaikA, absolutely crucial.
Oh yeah, that was insanely crucial, and I mean, you know, again, what else do we expect from KeeN? That was like a really solid response to what was happening. Just really impressive overall. So KeeN does take a lead in this series, but it's a best of 5, you know, and MeomaikA has plenty of builds up his sleeve. So yeah, plenty of opportunities here to try and catch KeeN out. Ooh, and we'll see how that works on Inside and Out.
Yes, we shall. Potentially another cheese coming up from MeomaikA, or hopefully not.
Yeah,
Would like to see some longer games coming up from these two.
Yeah. I mean, again, MeomaikA, we were talking about his Hydra timings in his ZVP, and he can do the same thing in ZVT.
Yeah, despite being his weakest matchup.
Yeah. So I think we should reiterate is this is his weakest matchup, but that doesn't mean that he can't make a series out of this.
That he can, as we spawn into Inside, but also Out. I almost said Ellie. In the top right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner, we of course have our blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Vietnam. He is going to be representing the Juggernauts as a corner of that Zerg Muta triangle. He is... who again? Oh, right. MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside and Out ESL, we have the South Korean Terran player himself, currently up 1-0 in this best of 5 grand finals. Representing Kwangdong Freaks, it is KeeN.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, Light. I don't think KeeN has barracks. This is a straight up CC first coming out from him.
You know what, Yaku? You've said some questionable things today. You've questioned your sanity today, but I'm gonna have to agree with you. This is insanely greedy from KeeN, and this is a ballsy move after an aggressive opener from his opponent, right? So he's playing a mind game right now, going CC first in ZVT. It's crazy, but MeomaikA did go for a pool first opener. He's only making 2 lings though, so with these 2 lings, we'll see what he can get done, if anything.
KeeN is like that one guy who just kind of got He is going across the map to scout with his SCV, but I think at this point the CC will finish in regardless.
Yeah, KeeN confirms it's a pull first opener, so now he knows the aggressive style coming out his way. He tries to get into the main base, doesn't mineral walk though, so his SCV is going to be denied entry into the main. For all he knows, it is going to be a roach follow-up, so immediately he throws down a bunker.
Yeah, on the high ground as well. Orbital should finish up as well before anything can get across the map from MeomaikA, so KeeN still has the option of lifting up and floating his CC back into the main base if necessary. I feel like KeeN is just like the one guy who kind of got hit in the head and then lost the ability to fear.
But it's working out for him. Like it's a good thing that he doesn't have any fear. He's keeping his Reaper here at home. You know, one bunker isn't the biggest investment, and you can always salvage it as well. Like his worker count is gonna get insane here, especially with this orbital. Like KeeN is getting away with this opener, and MeomaikA, again, this time his pull first was a mind game. Like he's looking to be economic as well.
So yeah, in the end. It's working out really well for MeomaikA.
Yeah, I mean, it's working out for... I would say that it's working out better for KeeN right now, like... because this is straight up worse than just a hatch first from Meo, like, because he went pool first. Like, he did force a reaction, like, kind of, but, like, it's a very small reaction from KeeN is the thing. Like, it's not like he lifted up or anything, like, his natural, I mean.
Yeah, I forgot how fearless he was. Because even in his defense, he built the bunker, but he didn't tech lab his factory, he wasn't rushing out a cyclone or anything. So yeah, he was still keeping his options open, and he was still thinking, okay, I know who you are, MeomaikA. We haven't played, but your reputation exceeds you. I know I need to keep all of my eyes open, all two of them, and also to make sure that I'm scouting you 24/7. I don't want to be mind-tricked.
And that's what he does. KeeN, he slips into the third base location. He confirms that a third base is going to be on the way here from MeomaikA. Obviously later compared to a standard third base timing, but a third base nonetheless. Meanwhile, looks like KeeN, he's not stopping with his own aggression. He has a medevac on the way here. Medevac, alongside all these Hellions, he wants to go for a Hellion drop.
Yeah, drop and a run by. With everything he's got. Even the Liberator being produced after that to get a little bit of additional harassment done.
Oh, exactly. Meanwhile, MeomaikA is taking up quite greedily. We already have +1 carapace on the way. We have a Baneliness as well in case there was a Hellbat push, and we do have a Lair on the way as well. So MeomaikA doing a lot with a relatively small drone count. We'll see if that's going to come to fruition here, as KeeN is going for a little bit of multi-prong harass.
Yeah, very attentive as well with his drops. Doesn't lose a single Hellion. Barely takes any damage with it as well.
Exactly, has to be so careful. At the same time, we do have a little bit of a Hellion run by here at the third base location. This one is going to deal damage as 3-4 drones go down.
Oh, yeah, for the cost of 1 Reaper and 2 Hellions, well worth it. Meanwhile, 3 more drones went down. Was it? I'm questioning my sanity a lot nowadays. Like, was that at this base or was that at the main?
That was all at the third. That was none of that was in the main.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Worth it.
Yeah, the aggression doesn't stop as we have a Liberator rocking up as well. We do see a Link counterattack from MeomaikA, but the wall is a full wall. We have some reinforcing Hellions, and again, all these Hellions from the main base survived as well. So KeeN is well ready for a Link run by, but what about a Bane Bust? Oh god!
Yeah, I would say he's so ready for a Bane Bust. Yeah. He has so many Hellions and they can just hug a wall so well. But the follow-up Banelings could be tricky. The target firing from KeeN, though, was absolutely immaculate, and with that, KeeN loses 2 supply depots.
He loses 2 depots. He kills 7 drones across the map. Is what he does. Jesus Christ.
7 more drones across the map. Total of 14 have gone down for MeomaikA. 15 now. Man. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm in absolute awe of how well KeeN is able to not only defend. I mean, we've been mentioning how well he's defended throughout this entire evening, throughout his entire tournament run, but his counterattacking senses, how he knows exactly where the blind spots of his opponents are, those have been absolutely on point as well.
Yeah, it really has been. I mean, MeomaikA is still in this, don't get me wrong. Like, to be fair, he's used to working off of a low drone count. Like, even now, after losing all those workers, he's not redroning. He doesn't care about redroning. He's going for a follow-up Bane Bust. He wants to make nothing but army right now. And there is still an opportunity for him to maybe catch out this army, maybe get on top of the tank, and maybe snowball from there.
And little did KeeN know, he was actually just buffing MeomaikA. He was clearing up supply by killing those workers.
Yeah, we'll see if that works out for him as Bailey's speed does finish up. MeomaikA going to be going for a little bit of a run by here. We does have two very strong forces on either side of this third base. And if KeeN gets caught on siege, MeomaikA, he can take this fight.
Yeah. Even if he is siege, it's only 2 tanks, and that's the unsiege we were talking about, Light. The Marines have nowhere to run. They fall back and they hit a wall of lings. The banelings crash entirely into the mineral line of the third. Worker counts are now even, but the reinforcing Marines should be able to clean this up.
Yeah, that was a great attack here from MeomaikA, a very necessary attack. He resets the tank count, he throws down, or he just crushes the worker count of KeeN. It wasn't enough to end the game, but like, he would have been so dead if that didn't happen.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's still a little behind, don't get me wrong, but he wouldn't have been declared dead yet.
Exactly. You know, things are still neck and neck between our two players here. The economy, I would say, slightly in favor of KeeN still, but at least MeomaikA does have a 4th base. Not saturated yet, and he didn't have an eye on this drop, so, ooh, the queen is going to fall, yeah, and maybe even the base.
Here's the thing, though, Light. I can't really blame MeomaikA there. Traditionally, if the Terran player doesn't have any tanks, you don't expect them to move out. I forgot we were casting KeeN. KeeN will move out regardless of what he has.
Oh yeah, he doesn't give a damn, mate. He even goes for a Hellion run by here at the 9-minute mark. Essentially gets 5 more drones for his troubles. That's well worth it because Hellions, they do kind of fall off as the game goes on. The Marines, they got the kill in that 4th base and they want a little bit more damage.
And they get a little bit more damage. They shave off the link count, not by much, but it was still a fairly efficient trade from KeeN. He didn't lose that many Marines.
Yeah, exactly.
And
but
MeomaikA's going for the counterattack, and I'm not convinced he can do much with it.
I mean, there's not a lot on the ground, so this mass link counterattack is going to deal a lot of damage. Looks like he's going to get us around on that 4th base, even on the tank.
Yeah, that friendly fire from the tank was actually massive there. KeeN, he thought fighting in the choke point would help reduce the surface area, and it did. But the tanks were also shelling away right over there. That's what's happened to be, and that just so happened to be where all the Marines were bunched up at.
At the same time, we have a massive drop here into the main base. It looks like a couple more drones are being focus fired here by KeeN. Oh my god, 7 more drones go down. It is going to be for the cost of this drop, but again, worth it here for KeeN, crippling the economy of MeomaikA even more. Both players having their economies crippled, but again, KeeN with those mules is still kicking. His tank count though, it just keeps getting reset. He just can't make tanks.
Yeah, I'm worried that eventually he's just going to give up on tanks entirely. And just go mass Marine.
It's possible. He is working on a 2nd factory though, and they are being reproduced as fast as he can. Again, KeeN was vulnerable because of that massive drop earlier when he was here in the middle of the map. All of his Marines were across the map. They weren't here at home to defend the 3rd base, so he was vulnerable to that counterattack. Now things are slowing down a little bit more, and we'll see if MeomaikA can actually saturate this fort.
Yeah, he's going to try. But KeeN, once again, just being as active as possible with his drops. Interestingly enough for MeomaikA, he went for a very early infestation pit.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to do MeomaikA things and go into infestors. I would personally love that. He may be thinking to go into a faster hive, but we'll see, as another drop is going to be diving into that mineral line and gets the queen.
Queen. Oh, but KeeN, his attention was completely somewhere else. And he loses that entire drop. Meanwhile, oh man! Those banelings coming in clutch right at the end. Takes out that mineral line, but it was not enough to counter the harassment damage KeeN was dealing across the map. GG is called, and KeeN now finds himself a match point.
GG, well played. I am shocked that after all this aggression from MeomaikA, every single time he got in, and every single time he would obliterate that mineral line at the 3rd base, but it still would just, like, even up the workers. Every time. It wasn't enough to get MeomaikA ahead.
Yeah, always looking at the kind of units lost tab, or not the tab, but the counter that they have there, the workers lost counter towards the end there. It was... What's a word I can use here? Like, devastating, I guess? Seeing 14 SCVs get taken out at a time. But then I look over at the actual worker counts that they both had, and somehow, KeeN was always slightly ahead.
Yeah, it just goes to show how solid the macro was from KeeN in comparison, and how efficiently he was trading with his army as well. Like, sure, like he was struggling a little bit to defend his third base, but every single time, like, he would still come out on top and ahead. Oh, and with that, GG, well played. KeeN does take that 2-0 lead. And as we get into game number 3, I want to give a massive shout out to Babylings in the chat. Thank you so much for the massive raid, for the raid of for the raid of 54. Thank you so much, Babylings. I hope you enjoyed your ladder session. She was laddering before we went live. Thank you so much.
Much appreciated. I hope everybody's having a good time over here. We are in the grand finals now of Sparkling Tuna Cup. It is TvZ. It is with two players who I think most of you are very familiar with. We're all familiar with them.
Exactly. We have some of the best from Southeast Asia going up against some of the best from Korea, but we'll see if this is going to be a 3-0 or if we can have a more back and forth series. Personally, I hope we see a game 4, but one of our players here needs your energy in the chat for that to happen.
And we'll see if that comes to pass as we continue our best of 5 grand finals here on Moondance. We're in the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the top left-hand corner. We, of course, have our red player coming out from the land of Vietnam. Or the beaches of Vietnam, I should say. He is going to be representing Juggernaut, hashtag not army. He is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Moondance ESL, we have the South Korean Terran player himself, representing Kwangdong Freaks. It is KeeN.
And yeah, as we get into this series, shout out to Control.
Yep.
Coming in here with the raid. I almost feel like copy pasting what I said when welcoming the viewers from Babyling's channel. But yes, we are in that grand finals of the Sparkling Tuna Cup. It is between KeeN and MeomaikA.
Yeah, massive shout out to Control. For those who don't know who he is a South Korean Terran player as well, so I'm sure he's here cheering for his boy. Massive fan of the channel, and we ourselves are also massive fans of Control. He's played in Sparkling Tuna Cup before himself, so thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it. We hope you also enjoyed your ladder session, you enjoyed your stream, as we dive into potentially the final game of this series. MeomaikA once again went for a pool first.
Yeah, a bit more of a macro-oriented pool first this time. No road rushes or anything coming out from him.
Yeah, oh my god, I almost forgot, by the way. We didn't really get to make too much of a deal out of it, I guess. But this time he opens up with 4 lings instead of 2. But remember last game, KeeN went for CC first. I almost forgot that happened.
He did. I was actually questioning myself after you noticed it. I was like, wait, is this standard? I know it's been a while since I laddered, but... No. You Reaper expand means you get the Reaper and then you expand.
I think Reaper expand.
Not you expand and then the Reaper comes for you.
It means you make the Reaper, right? Am I crazy? Have I been doing it wrong? It is KeeN doing this. And
have I been doing it wrong for 6 years since I started playing this?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But yeah, KeeN was insanely greedy last game. He couldn't afford to be, or if he was as greedy this game, MeomaikA would have punished it with those 4 lings. We did see, though, that as MeomaikA pushed out, he ran into the Reaper instead. So, a standard opener from KeeN.
Yeah, and MeomaikA is able to confirm that.
Oh my god.
And okay, MeomaikA takes the pocket base, and that kind of answers the question I was about to ask here. What is MeomaikA gonna go for? Because I think if you're MeomaikA and he has been watching KeeN while waiting for his series to finish up, and you know he's faced KeeN for 2 games now, he should realize by now KeeN is a wall. You can't knock him down, but maybe he can climb on top of him.
Yeah, so right now, MeomaikA, he's making sure that this Reaper doesn't get into the main base. He has positioned his queen because he's going for a Bane bust. That is the purpose of this third base. He's trying to sell a story that maybe he's being greedy. Maybe he's being very economic focused with his third hatchery. But no, it's just going to be for larva. He's just making lings. And the Reaper, he sees it.
Slips in. Wow. Even had a little bit of time to click on that if he wasn't sure.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Immediately, we see a bunker on the way. KeeN was in the middle of going for a Hellbat push, by the way. Armory is still on the way. Hellbats aren't really what you want against Banelings, but it is what you want if you want to just make a wall and make sure Lings cannot flood in.
Definitely. Plus, they're really good at just clearing up the Lings before they can even be turned into Banelings. You don't want to be morphing Lings at home if you're going for a Bane bust.
Oh god. You don't. You really don't. The Hellions actually bypass all those things. Meanwhile, MeomaikA is undeterred. He's still making nothing but those things. Banelings are finally being morphed in to bust through this wall. Can he pull this off as KeeN, despite being all in, is still being aggressive?
Once again, the man has no fear. Maybe he should have some, but yeah, playing Fearless has made him get to the grand finals and do really well in the finals as well. That's a lot of Banelings, and there's still even a couple left. Now they've all expired, but the Hellbats are still here, and they are cleaning up the Lings. A couple of SCVs being taken out, but I don't think this is anywhere near enough considering the commitment that MeomaikA made. Maybe now it is.
Oh my god, we'll see. I mean, the Lings have broken on through, but the bunkers are done. The Liberator is out. The Lings are being cleaned up, and across the map, Hellbats are pushing through. There's zero mining happening in the main base of MeomaikA, and he's just flooding Lings against these Hellbats.
Yeah, not a very efficient trade, but it does keep his drones alive. I say that as a couple of drones go down. And not that many.
Not the first time we've seen a Hellbat drop tonight, by the way.
Yeah. And not even from the same player.
Yeah, exactly. And KeeN, he has defended. He's ahead in the workers. The wall is still not a wall, so there's potential for MeomaikA to deal some damage. Maybe if he can get a surround on these Hellions, but there are Hellbats to back them up.
Yeah. There are Hellbats, there are two Marines in the bunker. He's going all the way to confirm whether or not it's a pocket, but there isn't. MeomaikA has got some value in his opening, but again, I feel like he's barely broken even.
Exactly. I mean, thankfully, MeomaikA does have a third hatchery that he can fall back on, and he can drone up. Unfortunately, it's not the most ideal third hatchery, and he's not even mining efficiently here, as there's still a Liberator being incredibly annoying. MeomaikA doesn't want to make spores right now. He doesn't want to waste drones that he barely has any of.
And so instead, he's trying to micro his queens as best he can, transfuse energy. But he saw the writing on the wall. GG KeeN takes that series 3-0. I have to make it. Okay. Wow. Very well played coming out here from KeeN. No fear, no holes in his wall. I'm not sure where I was going with that, but just super solid throughout. I would actually have to double check the bracket because I'm pretty sure, yep, KeeN did not drop a single map tonight.
Yeah, there's a reason why
TVT, TVP, and TvZ.
There's a reason why KeeN came in here as a favorite. There's a reason why we were hyping him up so much, because he is one of the best players in the world, you know, especially in Korea, I should say. And he was a Sparkling Tuna Cup champion. And we saw why. Like, it was insane the way that he was able to scout, respond, not just defend, but like defend with the bare minimum and also counterattack at the same time. Any other player would recognize MeomaikA's reputation and focus everything on defense, maybe even hyper defend and over defend, and that's where MeomaikA can get into your head and maybe, you know, sneak in a couple of drones and transition a little bit more efficiently. But KeeN was just on another level.
He really was. He just didn't let the MeomaikA in.
Oh yeah. Didn't let him in, mate, and that was really impressive there by KeeN, just showing off how powerful scouting can be.
Well,
and
you say scouting, but yeah, there were multiple times where he still scouted. He still confirmed that there is something on the map, but he never really confirmed what was coming for him on the map. He just sort of saw, okay, your production is across the map. You're not gonna have any. You're focusing on my side of the map. You're not gonna have defenses at home. I'm gonna go for a counterattack while you push into me, which to me is the thing I look at and think, and just puts me in complete awe. Because you're not even defending and then going for the counterattack. KeeN is going for that old saying where if your opponent does anything, attack, defend, and expand at the same time.
Exactly.
All at the same time.
It was inspiring, mate, what KeeN was able to do here in the grand finals. Not even just the finals, but also in the semifinals. It was the same story where his opponent just tried to cheat. His Protoss opponent tried to cheese him every game, and yeah, KeeN was just a wall that would not be broken. And if you're a Terran player out there and if you want some of these replays, we do provide replay packs to all of our Twitch subscribers for our tournaments, this one included. So yeah, maybe if you're struggling with some cheese, maybe KeeN, maybe he's got you if you try to play like him. You can't because it's KeeN, but you can try. You can try.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'll try eventually.
Yeah, especially because these replays are with the new maps, and we should be getting the new maps soon, TM. At some point.
Fingers crossed.
Blizzard.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah, just putting it out there, but GG, well played. That was a great tournament. Again, massive shout out to MeomaikA as well. He may not have come out as the victor, but he still put up a really good fight. He still made it all the way to the grand finals and has definitely earned himself a bit of a paycheck as well.
Yeah. Speaking of a paycheck, once again, if you have liked these players that you've seen here and you think that, they deserve a little something extra, come down here. !Matcherino in the chat will bring you to the Matcherino page for this specific tournament, Sparkling Tuna Cup number 18. And you too can contribute a little bit to the prize pool to help give these players a little bit more of a payout. Again, unfortunately, we don't have any coupon codes here. But if you so choose, you can take a little bit out of your own pocket and contribute it directly to these players. Once again, if we reach a certain threshold, we're going to be paying out not just our 2 finalists here. We are also going to be extending our prize pool to the semifinalists. I'm sure they'd much appreciate it.
Exactly. And if you're wondering what this tournament is, again, it's a weekly tournament open to all regions. That's why we had players from Korea, players from Europe, players from Southeast Asia, all participating here. And we try and host this every week. We have been a little bit inconsistent just because there are some weeks where we clash with other tournaments, specifically DreamHack, TSL, and Home Story Cup. We do prioritize those tournaments instead because, we cast all the TSL qualifiers, the Home Story Cup qualifiers, the DreamHack qualifiers, and regionals. So that has been kind of forcing us to postpone this tournament every now and then. But whenever we don't have a qualifier, we will be running this event every single week. So yeah, consider hitting that follow button. Consider checking us out whenever you can, because we always have some StarCraft for you.
Indeed, we do.
Yeah.
Most days of the week.
Exactly. Speaking of us trying not to clash with other events, this week we are going to be relatively light on content. Last week we casted every single day. Last week we casted every single day, multiple times a day. But this week, Home Story Cup is starting. Home Story Cup 21, yes. The Lost Island, papi. That's this week. So because of that, we don't want to clash with it. We are going to be, again, postponing some of our events and making sure Home Story Cup, we can all focus on it because, like everyone else, we want to watch it. We want to be a part of it.
Yeah. It's actually Home Story Cup this time. It's not a stay-at-home Story Cup.
Yeah.
It's a live event, an offline event that all of the players are going to be at. Viewers are going to be there. Some of our own Cranky Ducklings are going to be there, namely Phoenix. Actually, yeah. I think he's the only one, along with Kerwin. The Duckling adjacent.
Yeah, it's the first offline Home Story Cup in over 2 years. It's crazy. It's been so long since that. Since the one.
I didn't even realize how long it's been.
Exactly, since we saw Cyril jump in the pool, and since we had that massive
Shirtless
event.
Roddy.
We had Shirtless Roddy, Mike Morheim was there, Kim Fan was there, Volt was there in the crowd, if you remember. Kerwin, there was so much going on.
Yeah. poker was played late into the night and also streamed for viewers.
Yeah, a lot of people lost a lot of money.
They were interested, yeah.
Oh god, but yeah, like I still remember that event, and I can't believe it's been so long, and it's a lot to live up to. So fingers crossed. I know Home Story Cup, I know Take has been having a lot of issues with like players and travel, and it's still not the easiest thing kind of traveling internationally, so there are some teething issues with that, but I wish them the best with running their events. I know it's hard, but I know that they're going to do an amazing job.
Yeah, like I do pretty much every time.
Yeah. But hey, they're professionals, okay? They're not like us, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
They know what they're doing. They're not out here making donkey noises trying to introduce Data C, mate. God.
They're not. Yeah. They don't. They have an accurate perception of time and speed.
There you go. Shaking my head. So we wish the best of luck to Take TV and to all the people that are working on the production side of things to make Home Story Cup happen. Again, this is kind of like a PSA for us to let everyone know to tune in, because I think it's flying a little bit under the radar. I know it's been a couple of weeks since the qualifiers, and I know there's been like some kind of doomer news about it, just because there have been so many cancellations for players and so many like re-invites and all this stuff, but it's still going to be amazing, and everyone should try and find some time to watch it, just because it's going to be such a long event as well. 4 days, puppy. 4 days.
Oh yeah, 4 full-on days where maybe I don't need sleep this weekend.
Oh no, what have I done? Man, everyone, make sure you do sleep. Take care of yourselves. Watch the VODs if you have to. Don't ruin your sleep schedules for Home Story Cup. We will, but you can be better than us.
Exactly. You don't have to be going into Data C and try to come up with compromises.
So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Yaku, why don't you let the people know a little bit more about yourself? Who are you, Yaku?
Well, I was born on a rainy night in a hill. I say a hill. It was like 60 meters above sea level. It's not really a hill. But twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1. I said I wasn't going to be streaming in July. I did get tempted because I heard there was going to be a new map pool, but thankfully, the Blizzard intern is looking out for me. The people over at Blizzard, they're looking out for me. They're making sure that I get my assignments done. They have decided to push that back a little bit.
So it's your fault.
So I'm probably not going to be streaming in July. Yeah, it's my fault. So I'm probably not going to be streaming in July. No, even regardless, I'm probably not going to be streaming. It's tempting. It's very tempting. But I'm not going to stream until I get everything done. But if you want to witness me, I was going to say lose my mind, but I think they've already witnessed that tonight. Twitter.com/EmporaYakuzaku or !Discord in the chat will bring you to the Cranky Ducklings Discord server. I'm there, Lightup's there, Kuro's there, Steel Mold is there, Asher Bro's there, baby, everybody's there. Milk is there sometimes. I know people were asking about Milk in the chat earlier.
He is there sometimes. So yeah, check us out on Discord. If you're interested in just, our broadcasts, and check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. We have a Patreon as well. So yeah, you can support us any way you want, and you can follow us wherever you want as well, because we're all over the place. To let you know when we go live. Again, we're usually live every single day of the week. But this week, Home Story Cup does take priority, so we're going to take a couple of days off, and personally I appreciate it, and it's also going to give us an opportunity to sink into all those new maps. Again, should be coming in less than 24 hours.
Well,
fingers crossed.
It should, We know what's going on over there, so well, actually, no, we can say whatever we want. It's just that it may or may not turn out to be true, because we don't know.
We don't know?
Yeah.
Oh boy. But yeah, with that, thank you so much everyone for watching. If you want to follow myself, I do stream on light_VIP. I do stream throughout the week as well. I'm probably going to be streaming tomorrow my ladder session on those new maps. I'm really excited about that. Of course, I won't overrun and overlap with Home Story Cup. I'll make sure to avoid that. But yeah, you can follow me there if you're interested, as we try to work our way back up to Masters and try to break into Masters 2. It's going to be a rough road, but it's a road that we are trying to follow and trying to walk. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. Yaku, do you have anything else you want to add before we head off for the night?
Funara Discord for apparently not pinging Starduck on a day where he could actually play in Sparkling Tuna.
Uh-huh.
I'm blaming Discord on it.
Yeah, Funara Discord, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys in a couple of days. Our next broadcast is going to be Sentimiento Latino over the weekend. So I had to well into Home Story Cup. Just watch Home Story Cup. Okay, that's all we want. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Look out!
We'll see you guys.
Look out for Kerwin and Phoenix in the crowd.
There you go. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao.
Bella.